Hi, welcome to this screencast on Ruby idioms part 3. In this screencast, I'll walk you through an idiom where I'll be using logical OR operator. Okay, get started. Here I have this code where if I pass in something to the method, if it's not either nil or false, that value gets returned. Otherwise, it returns some other value. So in this second case, if I either pass in nil or false, I'll get the result of no. Otherwise, the same value will get returned. This is you can find this kind of situations, and I'll show you how we can write it in an idiomatic way. So the first case, you pass in something, the same thing gets returned, and if you pass either nil or false, you get no in the second case. So how can we make this more idiomatic? You can do this. You can say return or another string. So there it is. The way this logical OR works is if this thing evaluates to true, regardless of what the value is on this side of the logical OR operator, it returns that particular value. In this case, this string something gets returned. And if you pass in nil, this evaluates to false. And when you do a logical OR with something which is not, this particular string does not evaluate to false, so this value will get returned. So, and you can also do this is simplify this thing even further. What you could do is you can say, you might also see a different style of doing the same thing. It's good to recognize how it's done so that you can read other people's code when you have to. As a programmer, you spend quite an amount of time reading someone else's code. So you could find this, it's really straightforward, right? Instead of doing a return of this thing is assigned to a variable and it goes, so what's the point here? I wanted to break this thing down into two because the next logical progression of this is get rid of this and you have or equals operator kind of a thing. Last time we saw just a bar equals kind of a thing, but now this is a logical or equals, and this will also work the same way because the one I refactored just before this statement, whatever I had, both of them are equivalent. If you expand this, that's what it gets expanded to. And the last one I want to show is using unless. If this sounds logical to you, makes more sense, you can write it this way. So unless is just a negation, if not of this value. So whenever this is false, this will evaluate to true and my var will be initialized to no. Otherwise the my var will have the same value. So this string something will get returned. So that's it for this screencast, and if you enjoyed it, please recommend me on working with Rails. Thank you.